Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Afif Farhan bin SHAARI. My metric number is 161149. The group leader of group 3. So now I want to present our case study of building construction process of selected building, which is tree house condo villa. First of all, this is the location of tree house condo villa. It's located at Lintang Bukit Jambul Bayan Lepas Pulau Pinang. The total land size for this condo is 6 acres. This is the layout and floor plan, locating 2 units of condo house for each floor. For 1 unit of house, there are 3 bedrooms plus 1 spare room and 3 bathrooms. It comes with partial furnishing on kitchen cabinet, air conditioner, timber flooring on bedroom while tiles on living room, dry and wet kitchen. This is the contract particular of tree house condo villa project. This project is to build 2 apartment blocks of 12-story apartment blocks. There are 2 towers for the apartment block, which is Tower A that have 22 condo units and Tower B that have 24 condo units. The employer of this project is Worldwide Ventures Sdn Bhd. The commencement date for this project is 15 January 2015 and the completion date is 14 November 2015. For the consultant and contractor team, main contractor is Juruutama Sdn Bhd. Architect consultant is Veritas Architect Sdn Bhd. Mechanical and Electrical Engineering consultant is HPB and Associates Sdn Bhd. Civil and Structure Engineering is Perunding YEA Sdn Bhd. And Quantity Surveying consultant is Quantibina Sdn Bhd. This is the flow of the process of building plan approval for the tree house condo villa project. The first one is prelim design and documentation. Engage an architect or a qualified professional to develop the prelim design and necessary documentation for proposed building project. Next is building code compliance to ensure that proposed building design to the local building codes, zoning regulation and any applicable laws. Next is application submission. Prepare a complete set of building plans and documentation as required by the local authorities. Next is review comments and revisions. After the plan review, comments may be received, feedback or requests for revision from the reviewing authorities. Next is resubmission and re-review. Once you have made the necessary revisions, you submit the updated building plans to the authorities for the re-review. Next is approval and permits. If your building plans meet all the necessary requirements and receive approval, you will be granted the building plan approval and issued the necessary permits to proceed with construction. And the last stage is construction phase. With the approved building plans and permits in hand, construction process can be started.
Is Muhammad Afif bin FAKHRULAZAM. My metric number is 1615C3. So the first picture refers to the foundation used with the pad footing. Pad footing is a function to distribute the load of the structure over a larger area of soil. Then it also prevents excessive settlement and ensures the stability of the structure. The second picture refers to the section drawing for the tree house condo villa. It refers to the foundation part of the elevation drawing. The process of constructing the foundation. Firstly, site investigation. Before constructing the foundations, a site investigation is conducted to assess the soil conditions and determine the suitability of the ground for supporting the structure. The second process is excavation. Once the site investigation is complete, excavation begins. Excavation involves digging a hole or trench in the ground where the foundation will be placed. The depth and dimensions of the excavation depends on the design and structural requirements of the building. The next process is leveling and compaction. After excavation, the soil at the bottom of trench is leveled and compacted. It is done to ensure a firm and stable base for the foundation. The next is footings. Footings are horizontal structures that distribute the load of the building to the soil. They are typically wider than the walls they support and are constructed at the bottom of the trench. Footing may be made of reinforced concrete and their size and design depend on the type of building, soil conditions and the load they need to bear. The next process is formwork. Formwork is used to create mold or or framework for pouring concrete into the desired shape. It is typically made of wood, steel, or aluminium and is assembled around the excavated trench to create the shape of the foundation. The next is reinforcement. Reinforcement bar, commonly known as rebar, are placed within the formwork to add strength to the concrete. The rebar is strategically positioned according to the engineering specification and is secured in place to prevent movement during the concrete pour. The next part is concrete pour. Once the formwork and reinforcement are in place, concrete is poured into the trench. The concrete is usually a mix of cement, aggregates such as sand, water and other additives. It is poured carefully to fill the formwork and cover the reinforcement bars. The last part is curing. After the concrete is poured, it needs to cure and gain strength. Curing involves maintaining the right temperature and moisture conditions for the concrete to set properly. This process typically takes several days or weeks depending on the type of concrete used.
My name is Muhammad ABRAR. For superstructure, this condo villa uses a concrete wall and reinforced concrete column as a main framing structure. The function of the concrete wall is to provide structural support and stability to a building or structure. Load-bearing concrete wall carry the weight of the floor and roof above, transferring the load to the foundation. It also helps regulate temperature fluctuation by absorbing and releasing heat slowly. The usage of the concrete wall also contributing to the architectural style and aesthetic appeal of the building. Next is the construction process for the concrete wall. The first step is reinforcement placement. Steel bars are attached to the wall horizontally and vertically in the grid pattern according to the design drawing. The next step is formwork of concrete wall. Temporary formwork is set up to define the shape and dimension of the concrete walls. Next is construction joints in concrete wall. The minimum embedment length of 305 mm is required on both sides of the joint to allow the reinforcement to be embedded. The next step is concrete production. Concrete should be produced under strict quality control at batch plant and delivered to the site by suitable transport such as transit mixer. The next step is pouring concrete. Concrete must be compacted as poured and worked around embedded object and reinforcement and into the corners of the formwork. The next step is removal of formwork. Concrete wall formwork can be removed 1 to 2 days after pouring is complete. The last step is curing concrete wall. If the temperature of the concrete is higher than 5 degrees Celsius, the curing process must take at least 7 days. Next is reinforced concrete column. The function of reinforced concrete column is to provide vertical load support, specifically to carry the weight of the structure's floor, beam, slab, and other components. It is also to bear the compressive load imposed by the superstructure. RC column contribute to the overall structural stability of the building. RC column distribute the vertical load they carry from the superstructure to the foundation and the underlying soil. The next is the construction process for the concrete wall. The first step is column layout work. The position of the column is determined practically in the field. Next, column reinforcement work. Once the column location have been marked, we start to place the reinforcement according to the structural drawing. The next step is column formwork. Temporary formwork is set up to define the shape and dimension of the column. The next step is pouring concrete into column. Once the reinforcement is in place, the concrete is poured into the formwork. The concrete mix should be of the appropriate consistency and quality. Last step is formwork removal. Once the concrete has gained sufficient strength, the formwork is removed from the column.
My name is MOHAMMAD FATHI. My metric number is 163024. I will present about roofing system that used in tree house condo villa. This villa used flat roof as a roofing system. The picture shows front elevation of the tree house condo villa. Two buildings of this villa use the flat roof as a stub structure. Flat roof is a horizontal surface at the top of a villa building. The function of flat roof is to provide with the protection such as rain, hot, and so on. Structural support for this building, waterproofing, isolation, additional usable space, and contribute to the overall aesthetic of the structure. The reason why flat roof is suitable for a villa is aesthetic for design. It means it is easy to architect to design the flat roof for this villa. Flat roof also can build with a low cost than other type of roof. Flat roof also provide usable space for the villa such as gym, garden, and so on. For this slide, I will present about process of the roof construction. There is 8 processes in roof construction. Firstly, design and planning. Architect design a flat roof plan that fit the structure of the building. Second, frame of roof. It includes formwork for this flat roof and add the underlayment at the formwork and then create a corner for this flat roof. Thirdly, concrete curing removable formwork. Pour the concrete into the formwork and let it dry at least 1 week before remove the formwork. Step 4 is waterproofing. Apply a waterproofing membrane or coating to the concrete surface to prevent water penetration and protect the underlying structure. Step 5 is insulation installation. Install insulation material on top the waterproofing layer to provide thermal insulation and improve energy efficiency. Step 6 is drainage system. Install an effective drainage system to ensure proper water flow. It is important to protect the building from heavy and continuous runoff from the flat roof. Step 7 is roofing material installation. It is a process to choose flat roof design such as installing tile or a green roof system for usable space at the top building. Lastly, final inspection and finishing. The building surveyor must create a shadow inspection for compliance with building code and regulations so that the roof is constructed safely.
The floor finishes in tree house villa. It was divided by 2, which is laminated timber and tiles. Laminated timber is used for specific areas such as room because it has a low traffic. The low traffic means the rate of movement in and out. This timber material is easy to get scratched when installed in the higher traffics. For the tiles, it will install in the higher traffic area because it can maintain its condition. The tile will use to enhance the durability as it can support the high traffic movement for a long time compared to timber that is easy to scratch. That is the finishes for the floor in the treehouse villa.
Wall finishes in treehouse villa using porcelain in the kitchen. There is specific areas in the kitchen are using porcelain tiles. These porcelain tiles have durability, water resistance, and design versatility, offer a practical and aesthetically pleasing option for kitchen space. Secondly, in the bathroom, they are also using the porcelain tiles or ceramic. These tiles were up until the ceiling height. This ensures the water resistance and low maintainability of the surface in wet area. This will relatively easy to clean and maintain. Next is wall finishes in other internal walls. Plaster was used and applied to the internal walls to create a smooth and even surface. This allowing for further customization and flexibility in color choices according to personal preference. Lastly, wall finishes on the external walls. These external walls also using plaster and be applied on the walls to prevent moisture penetration, heat, and natural environment like harsh weather conditions such as rain, wind, and UV radiation.
For these roof finishes, in trees house villa. It uses a type of RC flat roof. It provides weather protection for the buildings. It has a durability against rain, snow, and other environmental elements. This RC flat roof also prevents rain from leaking and damaging the building because it will install the waterproof membranes. This RC flat roof also provides structural support and stability to the entire building. Nowadays, it is common to see many condominium use this type of roof finishes, which is RC flat roof.
Okay, now we are going to see the treehouse condos podium and facilities. The first picture shows the podium 1 and the second picture shows the podium 2. The first podium 1 shows the facility floor, swimming pool, BBQ area, and also hall park. For the second podium 2 shows us the car park area of the condo. Okay, this slide shows us the treehouse condos floor plan. Okay, for the first pictures shows us that the ground floor of the treehouse condos, and that which is contains the main entrance, drop off, lobby, link bridge, and also the management office. And for the second picture, that shows us the yoga deck, gym, car park, that which is inside the treehouse condos low ground. Okay, the pictures in this slide shows us the level 2 condo units floor plan and also the level 3 to the level 12 condo units floor plan. For the second picture, it shows us the level 13 condo units and also the typical units, typical A and also the typical M, which is mirror. Okay, this slide shows us the treehouse condos elevation. For the first picture, that shows us the elevation 1, that which is south front view looking to the towards the sea, and also for the second picture, the elevation 2, that which is from the north, that which is from the rear side view looking towards the orchard. Okay, these are the 3D pictures of the treehouse condo.
Hi, my name is NURUL AISHA, metric number 161095, and I will continue with treehouse condos development area. Okay, as we can see now, the first picture is about view of Tower B overlooking facility floor, infinity pool from ground floor drop-off area. And the second picture is drop-off area with glass canopy. Third picture is about Tower A waiting area and drop-off lobby. While the fourth picture is elevated gym on lower ground floor surrounded by the orchard. Okay, the fifth picture is orchard view from the rear fire escape staircase. And the sixth, yoga deck view from Tower B lift lobby. While the last one is viewing deck looking towards the orchard. Okay, next I will continue with treehouse condo approved building plan. Okay, the first picture is about location plan, key plan, and site plan. Okay, for the site plan, they use scale 1750. Okay, the next slide is about condominium Tower A and Tower B ground floor. Okay, this plan was drawn by architect Argi and Arif, and they use scale 1:100. The last plan is about condominium Tower A and Tower B elevation 1. Okay, this plan and all of this plan was approved by 29 October 2013. Next, we continue with treehouse condos construction progress photo. Okay, all of this is progress photograph October 2016. Okay, the first one is plot 1, 2, 3, and 4 for type A and A1, while the second one is DNB substation. The third one is overall type B and B1, overall type C and C1, and the last one is in progress leveling. Continue with another picture, which is, as we can see, the workers doing their works, which is switch or socket in progress at mock-up unit. Next is plot 16 in progress rectification works. And the third one is overall view for water reservoir and PBA access. And overall view semi-D type B and C. The second last is overall view for TNB and semi-D type A. And the last one is overall view for tower blocks. Okay, and that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.